So I'm gonna say, you tripping. Cause anytime you wake up with that junkie itch, ladies, if your boyfriend is doing this in the middle of the night and you're looking at him like, what the hell is happening with you? You got into a fight with a cat, that's the junkie itch. Oh, my life, my life, be waiting for Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NAROB on YouTube. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube, and for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue reading Brother Ray by our guy, David Ritz. Y'all, it's going to be a crazy weekend because I actually work this weekend. So it's Friday and I'm trying to get these videos completed so I can edit them on my lunch break at work and upload them in time for you all to have them in the morning. So don't be so mad when I'm not in front of the camera, or I ain't as funny. It's just I'm just moving, baby. That's it. It was in Seattle that I met Quincy Jones, and we've been partners ever since. He was only a couple of years younger than me, and at that point, he didn't really have his program together. He was just a teenager, and who else played Quincy Jones better than Lorenz Tate? If Jamie Foxx wasn't on the money with that Ray Charles, that Lorenz Tate, baby, he played the hells out of that Frankie Lyman. And although it was a very brief part in the movie Ray, it fit. Quincy was playing trumpet, but he really wanted to write jazz. So he asked me how to do it. I showed him my methods of arranging for big bands, and he soaked it all up. You mean to tell me Ray Charles is responsible for Quincy Jones's ability to write scores? Do you know how many scores this nigga wrote? Oh, baby. Remember, Quincy Jones did The Wiz. Q was hungry for all that information, eager to learn anything he could. He was a sweet, likable dude. We ribbed one another a lot. We still do. But that's 'cause there was love between us. In those years, musicians had a close-knit community in spite of the competitive jam sessions, or maybe because of them. We were always borrowing from each other in all kinds of ways. There were fewer means of entertaining ourselves than you find. No one had a TV then, and we spent huge amounts of time together, playing, bullshitting, smoking dope, trading off ideas, and teaching each other private tricks of the trade. By the time I was 18, I might have been a little cocky. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was running around with older cats, started drinking a little, started smoking a little, and I discovered grass and smack. The drug thing really started in Seattle, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, I have to tell you what happened between me and Louise. Woman, get your ass over here to Seattle now, because I got myself together. He got him a little place. All right, now they've been together. Louise know that he sometimes Not all the time. Cheat on her. But like all young couples, they get into it. Louise ain't got no business. She waiting for him to come home so she can finish fussing at his ass. I know you out there hunching on the girls. Louise, what is you talking about? I only hunched 1, 2, or 3 girls, Louise. You know I love you, baby. You my girl, you my woman. They got into a big argument. Louise got on the phone to her family and was like, I'm sick of his ass. They do it here and there. You know, Louise, every time she get mad, she be like, I'm sick of his ass. I want to come home, mama. This time, mama say, Louise, put Ray on the phone. Ray, I'm sick of your ass, too. I'm fitting to send a ticket for my daughter. Send her home. So Ray say, yes, ma'am, I will send your daughter home. Because he felt like he was being respectful to the mother. Hey, look, I'm trying to take care of your daughter. Yes, ma'am. If she wants to go home, I'll let her go home. I don't want her or you to feel that I'm trying to keep her away from you. I will send her home. You send that ticket, she going home. They hang up the phone. They back in bed doing the hoochie coochie. But because the mama sent that ticket for real, Ray had to send her home. I told your mama I was going to send you home. Go home, baby. The thing about it was he sent her home pregnant with his first child, his first daughter. My daughter Evelyn was born in 1950. Today she's a lovely woman living in Tampa and studying to be a nurse. Louise got married and also lives in Tampa. We've kept in touch through the years, and I've always supported Evelyn. And even though Louise and I have gone our different ways to separate marriages with families of our own, I still have the feeling that spark between us is something which will never completely die. Our feelings for each other are unusually powerful. Girl, don't tell her husband that. You just said that she married to somebody else. You the type to get a bitch killed, Ray. Before I launch into a description about how I started up with drugs in Seattle, I gotta warn you, I don't push anything on anyone. I never have, and I never will. And that includes drugs. On the other hand, no one ever pushed drugs on me. I used various shares regularly for 16 or 17 years, and I certainly wouldn't encourage a single soul to start effing with dope. But it may surprise some folks to learn that I have no horror stories to tell. Sorry, but I just don't. Lots of what's portrayed at the movies or on TV is pure fantasy to me. Maybe other cats have gone through it. I haven't. So I'm going to say, you tripping. Because anytime you wake up with that junkie itch, ladies, if your boyfriend is doing this in the middle of the night and you're looking at him like, what the hell is happening with you? You got into a fight with a cat? That's the junkie itch. That mother hunchy either shooting the juggy or he on them pills. Okay? That's the junkie itch. Oh, Lord. Ooh, my skin crawling. That's the junkie itch. So you going through it. Financially, you may not be selling your vagina, but you're going through it. Physically, you know the struggles of when you don't have it. Some people got the money to get up and go get it and have it, and some people don't. The difference is, as long as you have the money to get that dope, you can be very successful on that dope or opiate or pill popping or whatever it is. Any kind of opiate that you on, lean, pill popping, shooting dope, any of that, as long as you got the money. So if you got a good job and you're successful, it ain't nothing but a part of your daily regimen to take that little toot or whatever it is you do, you know, skin pop. My mama used to tell me about skin popping when people didn't want to shoot it in their veins. They used to, you know, like do it like right under their skin. And then it would like absorb into their skin. I know you like, Nay, how do you know this? My mama told me about this. She scared the shit out of me when it came down to that Drvg. But I'm not saying that I ain't never had a cassette before. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the shooting process was very scary to me. I think Ray Charles is delusional about the whole concept of him being on drugs. His whole mentality and how he viewed himself about being on drugs. Okay? We know the movie depicted one thing, and now he's saying in the book, oh, I didn't have a problem. It wasn't a problem for me per se. Now, it might be a problem for you niggas, but I always had my fix. Okay, my works, as they call it. And what does Narob always tell you? It's never a problem until it's a problem. So I can't deal in cliches. The subject is too important. I can only tell you what happened to me. Plain and simple. No one did it to me. I did it to myself. Okay, I love the accountability. It wasn't society that did it to me. It wasn't a pusher. It wasn't being blind or being black or being poor. Remember, I had said earlier, him doing drugs ain't had shit to do with him lacking love. It was all my doing. And besides, as crazy as it sounds, I have no regrets. You know how you do mess up stuff and you look back on it and you be like, you know what? I don't have no regrets of some of the situations I've been in because they made me grow. I'm going to tell you now, I definitely have regrets about how much I was on them edibles. Okay? And I'm going to leave it right there and keep going. It was another lesson in life. It was something I did, something I survived, something which became part of me. I'm not going to say that, I may have been a little arrogant or delusional during my edible use. I'm going to say that losing everything in that time frame checked the fuck out of me, and it made me appreciate life, okay, and the luxuries that I had. And when my comforts were snatched from up under me, baby, it changed me forever, and it's still changing me forever. In fact, I stay at work getting in trouble. I don't think that's ever going to change. That's fucked up. I was a lot of different things in Seattle. I was still half-assed country, but I also thought I was hot stuff. And in some ways, I was. Them opiates. When I tell you, you be at the top of the world, now you might be asleep, leaned over, holding on to a fucking fridge so your ass won't nod all the way down to the floor. But baby, you feel like Superman, like nothing on this earth can bother you. You hear me? Nothing. Can't nothing touch you. Man, I'm good. I don't care. All right, they didn't fucking repo my car. I'm good. I was a lot of different things in Seattle. I was still half-assed country, but I also thought I was hot stuff. And in some ways, I was. I had won the respect of most of the musicians in town. After all, I had a gig at the rocking chair. And in those days, that was real prestige. At jam sessions, I could hold my own. I could play in a lot of different styles. But even though I was held in some esteem by other musicians, I, still a lot younger than most of them. Remember, I was just 18 and still as curious as ever. Curious about everything. I told you about how wide open Seattle was in those days. The booze was flowing, the women were plentiful, and there was an abundance of drugs around. Okay. And remember when we talked earlier about him sending Louise home? I got mad respect for him. Because he wasn't like one of them selfish bastards that would be like, no, Louise, I love you. Stay here. Because, sometimes men or, whatever it is you're dealing with that day will use you as a safety net. While he round here jumping out windows, and landing in dog shit. But they'll use one woman as their safety net and then just beg her and cry, oh, don't leave me. I'm halfway out of my mind, so don't leave me. He sent that girl home. Now, that's love to me. When you love me enough to know that you're not going to be the best man or best woman you can be to me, you send me away, that's love. When I first arrived, I didn't even know what grass was. But after playing several gigs around town, I started smelling it. I questioned the other musicians about what they were smoking. During the breaks, I asked if I could follow them out. No. Come on, man. None of your business, RC. Come on, man. Too much trouble, RC. You don't have to carry me out there, I said. I'm not crippled. I'm not lame. I just want to see what you cats are doing. Baby, that's the same way he got tied up with that boy. Okay, that Diesel. That Drvg, as my mama would call him. Okay. One day, it was cats that would go in the bathroom or the kitchen cooking up stuff. And next minute they, laying there looking happy. All right? Hey, what y'all doing in here? What's happening? What's going on? Get out of here, RC. You don't want none of this. Yes, I do. Why you think I can't do it? Well, I want to be like y'all. I want to be happy like y'all. He understood that he was just following. Basically, I want to do what you all do. In this moment, I'm seeing, because of his blindness, he wants to prove to himself and everyone else that he can do everything anybody else can do. Because that's how he was raised. I'll never let my blindness get in the way of me doing what everybody else do, good or bad.